The XC40 seems as though it needs to do things somewhat any other way to those. Not in its mechanical makeup, essentially, which is really clear, more on which in a minute, yet at any rate in its plan and ethos. It's as yet a Volvo on a fundamental level at the same time, though different autos are copied of greater models in their producers' ranges. The Volvo you should consider as a cousin, instead of a sibling to XC60 and 90. The stage, or design, is new. CMA, or smaller measured engineering, they call it, and it's one or two that'll support all Volvos. The 60 and 90 models are on an alternate one. At first, all XC40s going to the UK are four-wheel drive and have programmed gearboxes. You'll have a decision of a 187 bhp 2.0-litre diesel motor, D4, or a 247 bhp 2.0-litre turbo petroleum, T5. Here, we've driven both, you fortunate fallen angels. With respect to trim levels, UK autos will be accessible in 7 trims running from Momentum through to Inscription Pro and First Edition models. Move up to R-Design and the XC40 picks up a calfskin upholstery, LED front mist lights, gleam dark outside trim, an energetic body kit, sports suspension and electric collapsing entryway mirrors, while the range-topping Inscription Demonstrate gets driftwood inside touches, chrome features, surrounding inside lighting, a fueled back end, thick heap floor tangles and front stopping sensors. For those yearning a touch more extravagance can pick the Proforms of the 3-pass trims, which includes warmed front seats, dynamic twisting fog light innovation, electrically customizable driver's seat and a warmed windscreen to a fairly far-reaching bundle. Those needing greater restrictiveness can select the First Edition display, which accompanies warmed back seats and guiding wheel, keyless passage, a Harman Kardon stereo framework, cell phone mix, remote telephone charger and a large group of gear packs found on the choices list. There are perfect touches. Still, it's around 25mm more extensive at the back than the front, and there's a Diddy elastic Swedish banner hanging off the side of the hat, which is adorable. Moreover, inside, there are Volvo topics. The huge, flat dash line, however, here caught with bolder points of interest, similar to novel air vents. Clearly, saw material quality is lower than in more costly XCs. However, they've done what they can to ease that. One is make things somewhat funkier to take a gander at, be that as it may, comparatively, chop down the quantity of moldings to diminish tooling costs. So the cost spent on every individual switch can be somewhat higher. Take a gander at the entryway card, for instance. Rather than a large number of molds, there's one and a great deal of cover, or felt. In being not able to bear the cost of premium materials all over, they've been somewhat inventive, and it has worked. There's still fine common sense, mind. The driving position's great, the Sensus touchscreen stays, regardless, for the most part better. There's solid back seat space and a nice boot, whose floor has worked in Saxon Airs, uncovered in the event that you flip it half upright. All satisfying stuff. To drive, the XC40 proceeds with Volvo's current subjects all the more legitimately. There's no extraordinary expansion of verve or shimmer since this is the littlest Volvo. It stays sheltered, unsurprising, yet a long way from unsavory. The D4 we attempted rode on 19-in wheels with 235/50 R19 tires and Volvo's standard dynamic suspension, while the T5 oil wore the Game Dynamic setup, which has firmer dampers, and it went ahead 245/45 R20 tires. There are no individual weights determined yet. The range is 1,684 to 1,733 kilograms, in which you can accept both of these are towards the best end. In any case, while a few opponents endeavor to hold the greater part of the wearing or dynamic DNA of their Cantona or home system models, Volvo has been more chilled about how sharp the XC40 might want to be. In being very useful inside, very loco both all around, and loose in its own particular skin with space took into account its suspension to inhale, it has held a lot of the U in SUV. Furthermore, I rather like it for that.